Hi, this is Kevin with Naples Lawn Service, and today we're going to do our 1 year, 300-hour review on our 2024 John Deere Zero Turn 950M with a 72-inch deck. Okay, so we bought this 2024 950M commercial zero turn about a year ago. We got about 330 or something hours on it, but we want to do a 1 year review, let you know how it did, and just to tell you a little bit about it. This comes stock with pneumatic tires and probably a 60-inch deck, but we went ahead and also a regular seat. With all of our mowers, we put on the wheels. This is supposed to last several times the amount of hours that any other pneumatic tires last. And so far on all of our mowers, we have not went through a set of wheels. But that's like, I think it's like $1,000 to $1,500 upgrade. You'll have to check with your dealer. Basically, they're no flats, so I can run over all the roofing nails I want, and then I don't have to air up my tire or carry an air compressor on my trailer. It also has no flats up front, but it does come with these automatic. And this, we like a 72-inch deck. Okay, we want to cut as much grass as we can in a little amount of time. Also, we get calls for tall grass cuttings. And so if whether it's 2 foot or 3 foot tall or whatever, or even taller, this thing will go right through it like a tank. So that's another reason we like the 72-inch deck. The motors on this, the engines, they come with a 27 horsepower Kawasaki, so it's lots of power for you. And the other upgrade we do is the seat. We go to a full suspension seat that you dial in right here. You dial your weight in on that, and this thing's going to float up and down. And then we also get the armrest, which is another extra, but the armrests are nice. So if you're gonna be riding this all day commercially, you want the most comfortable thing you can get. So I think these seats are like $1,000, and so that's if you buy them after the fact. If you buy them with the mower, it's going to be a little bit less than that. But these seats are definitely nice. I always upgrade all my seats on all my mower to this full suspension seat because it is worth it. And here's your seat belt. The other things about this is you get extra wheels on your deck. You're going to have these front and back, these extra wheels. It doesn't come with these lights. We add our own lights. I think nowadays, in 25, they might be coming with lights now. I'm not positive. I have seen some with lights on down at the dealer, but always good to have a set of lights in case you're working late. Um, there's your emergency brake here, and you can adjust that seat. Here's all your adjustments right here. You can adjust that forwards or backwards. Of course, I told you about putting your weight in there. Spin that dial to whatever your weight is. Okay. These belts on these mowers, they last about 500 hours on average, anywhere from 450 to 650, 675. But these belts will last a long time. The spindles, I've never went through a spindle in any John Deere commercial mower I've ever had. Never replaced one. And we run these things through a lot of tall stuff. So never went through a spindle. Belts are 500 hours or so. Here's where you adjust your dial on there. You can go from 1 to 5.5. Here's your hour meter right here. And as you can see, I got 334 hours on this. Now, with these Kawasaki engines, you want to make sure you do your valve check and adjustment if necessary every 300 hours, especially that first 300. Take it back to the dealer. It's under warranty, but you got to pay for the valve check, adjust. But they'll go ahead and check the clearance on your valves, and if they need to be adjusted, they're going to adjust them. Because if you don't do your valve adjustments and you end up blowing your motor, they might not cover that under warranty. So other than the valve chuck adjustment, I do all the service myself, change my own oil, whatever it is, air filters, grease, belts, whatever. But that you want to have the dealer do every 300 hours. These switches here are extra switches I put in for my front and rear lights. There's knockouts already in here, so they're very easy to add. This is your PTO switch. This is adjust your throttle. There's your start key. Um, Also common on these seats, they have little nets back here. We keep a little toe strap in there because we do get these stuck. Uh, Not too much, but often enough to where we need to have another mower yank it right out if we get stuck in a ditch or something. Here's where your air filter is. Just pop this off. You got a regular air filter and a pre-air filter. You want to change those as they get dirty. Here's where you're checking your oil on this. You want to change the oil and do your greasing every 100 hours max. So that's something you can do yourself. When you get ready to drain your oil, it's just right here, this little thing right here. You just fold this tube down towards the ground, take off that cap. That's how you're gonna let your oil out. It's very easy to do. Um, Here's your roll bar, your ROP system. You can pull the pin here, put it up and put your pins in. And so that's how your ROPS organizes. Here's extra rear lights that I added myself. And these lights are like 25 bucks a set. So they're not that much money. 25 bucks a set and 2 switches for another 10. So for 60 bucks, you can have lights on there. I did a video on this. You can check out that video on my playlist. It has this bar down here. This is give you a little bit more weight in the rear to keep you stable and not fishtailing too much. So it comes with these extra weights. The gas tank here holds about 11 gallons of gas. Now, if you ever have one of these that has problems over the years, not running, not starting, won't run for long or whatever, go to my playlist. I got a video on the 5 easiest things to check to get that mower running before you have to take it to the dealer. So check out that other video on my playlist. These mowers, like it sits, is around 18 to 20,000 as it sits, depending on your discounts. If you buy from John Deere at a John Deere dealer, they'll put you on a level, silver, platinum, whatever it is. And depending on how many you buy, or even just your first one, and you finance with them, and they will give you a discount on that. And I got a separate video on financing. If you want to look at that, you can check out that video. Okay, now as I said, supposed to grease actually every 50 hours, change your oil every 100. But you just take this thing off right here, and this is how you get in there to clean out or blow out your spindle area, or go ahead and grease it. There's already a Zerk fitting on there. But you have 3 places to grease every 50 hours. You got here, you got underneath that cover, and underneath this cover on the other side. And you got these casters up here. You got a little Zerk right here in this caster, same thing on the other side. And when you're ready to do that 50-hour grease, you just pull this cover off here, give a little twist, that comes right off there. There's your Zerk right there. Or I actually just have holes in them, but you do need to clean out the stuff that gets up in there. So that's how you clean it out. And you can actually grease it right through this hole right here. Okay, you got a drink holder right here. You got your cell phone holder right there. Okay, now I have not blown a Kawasaki engine yet. The dealer said they should last 3,000 hours at least, and I just don't have that many on there. I think the most I have is like 1,300 on any one mower, but the Kawasaki engine is supposed to last you 3,000 hours, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Your warranty is usually like 36 months or 1,200 hours is what John Deere gives. So as long as you don't go over that, you'll be covered underneath your warranty. And I've never been charged a deductible. So where we go here in Naples is Everglades Equipment Group, and they are really good people to deal with. If you want to buy one, you can go in there and talk to Jordan, my friend, and he will give you some excellent customer service. So all I run is John Deere. I got 915s, 920s, 930s, 950s. They've all done me good, and I like going with a brand all-American brand that will treat you right and do well for you. All my financing's always been through John Deere. They've been excellent. So this mower here, I think, is the best of the best. And I haven't had a diesel yet, but if I ever do, I'll do a review on that. But other than that, this thing runs great, cuts great. You can cut anything with it, and I highly recommend it. This is my second 950. I've also got, I think, a 2022 950. This is my 2024. But I highly recommend it. This is my favorite mower. You get a lot of grass cut real fast with a 72-inch deck. And so time is money. So I highly recommend it. So there you have it. That's our review on our John Deere 950M with a 72-inch deck. And if you like it, please hit the like. And if you want to see more videos just like this coming out, we're going to have a lot more coming out. Just subscribe to our channel. This is Kevin with Naples Lawn Service.